Hello everyone, today we are going to study about long run cost curves. LAC, basically summation of all SACs, that is short run average cost is long run average cost. Now we will have to consider some points, that is in long run cost there is no cost named as fixed cost. Here all costs are variable cost. This is also known as long run average cost. Now for example, suppose you have 5 plants in 5 different cities, then the summation of average cost from all the 5 plants is LRC, that is long run cost. Now moving ahead towards the graph of LRC, so here is the graph of uh, cost curve. So basically this graph can be made by joining the points, the most probable units of short run cost curves, that is SACs. So here is SAC1, SAC2, SAC3, SAC4, SAC5 and so on, and these are the most probable units of these SACs. So by joining all these units we'll be able to make LAC curve, that is long run average cost curve. So here points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5A are the most probable units of SACs. Here is the point 1 which has cost C1 and output is Q1. So moving to point 2, the cost is less, that is C2, and quantity is Q2. Moving to point A, now this point is equilibrium point, as the cost per unit here is less in all over the graph. If you have a company, then you must stop at that point A for better output at lower cost. Now as we can see, this LRC curve is a U-shaped curve. So why is this U-shaped curve? Here in this curve, the upward sloping portion illustrates this economic to scale, and this downward portion explains the increasing returns to scale. So this is all about long run cost curve. Now moving ahead towards the long run marginal cost curve. So this is long run marginal cost curve using SAC and SMC. Here SAC is short run average cost and SMC is short run marginal cost. Now basically LMC is determined by the long run cost, that is LRTC. So LMC is basically change in long run total cost divided by change in output. So long run marginal cost is determined by long run average cost. Here we can see by formula. So this is the formula. LMC is delta LRTC upon delta output. Now moving ahead towards the graph of LMC, that is long run marginal cost curve. So here is cost on y-axis and here is output on x-axis. So for to draw this graph, what you need is you need SAC, SMC and also LRC, that is short run average cost curve, short run marginal cost curve and long run average cost curve. And what you need to remember that SMC cuts the SAC at its main point, and that is this is the graph of SMCs. So SMC cuts the SAC at its main point, that is most probable unit, and also lies below it. So SMC lies below it and cuts the SAC at its main point. So just you need to remember this rule. Now there are some steps which you need to remember for creating this graph. So what are these steps? Steps are: step 1 is creating LAC. What is LAC or LRC? Basically long run average cost curve. So by joining the most probable units of SACs, you can create LRC, that is long run average cost curve. Now step 2 is draw SMC by taking in consideration the rule. You can draw SMC by taking the consideration in rule, that is SMC cuts the SAC at its most probable units and lies below it. After this, from the point of tangency of SAC and LAC, from the point of tangency of this SAC and LAC, you need to draw the vertical line to the x-axis. So here are the point of tangencies. So from point of tangencies you need to draw the vertical lines to the x-axis. Now join all the points where the vertical line intersects the SMC curve to have the LMC curve. So here are the points where the vertical line cuts the SMC curves. These are the points, these are the points, these are the points where vertical line cuts the SMC curve. So by joining all these points, you will be able to get your LMC curve, that is long run marginal cost curve. So basically LMC is a curve determined by the point of intersection of SMC curve with the vertical line drawn from the point of tangency of corresponding SAC and LAC curves. So basically this is all what I have told you in all the steps. So this is all about the long run marginal cost curve, and this is all about long run cost curves. Thank you.